Is this thing on? Welcome back to Big Mouth and fancy seeing you here, and you are very welcome, my friends, and especially my enemies. Come in, sit down, no touching. I don't do the touching. Are you feeling charitable? If you are, please press like and smash the subscribe button as well, please. Let's get this party going, and welcome to Monday's edition of the dceu Extra. And the only reason we're back for an extra is to talk about Ryan Reynolds and Samuel Benjamin. We're talking Green Lantern in the DCEU, and is Ryan Reynolds cameoing in Zack Snyder's Justice League? Right, how are we going to start this conversation? We are going to talk Deadpool. But Mick, what's Deadpool got to do with the DCEU and Zack Snyder's Justice League? Everything. I predicted exclusively, months ago, before anyone else made noises, before the Deadpool creator actually made noises about problems over at Marvel Studios with Deadpool. I told you all exclusively, either on my channel or on my Twitter account, Movies TV Mad, that Ryan Reynolds would have creative differences with Marvel Studios, because we know how he had creative differences for Deadpool 2 with the original director. He binned that original director and brought his own director in for Deadpool 2. Now, I like Deadpool 2, but I just think the first Deadpool is so much more leaps and bounds better. Now, he is having creative differences. And as I say, Rob Liefeld, the Deadpool creator, actually said there's Deadpool 3 isn't coming anytime soon. For me, this is pure evidence that Ryan Reynolds and the original Deadpool team, right, that brought Deadpool to film, right, Ryan Reynolds fought really hard to get Deadpool films made, right? What a legend, what an icon, great guy, funny guy. So he's having problems. Here's the thing, he's made 2 Deadpool movies. He's made it. I'm sure he wants to make another one, but there are problems with that because Disney want to stay PG-13 friendly. That's the problem. And this was always going to be the problem. Ryan Reynolds would be a great addition to any franchise. Why? Because he's Ryan Reynolds. He's funny. He's hilarious. He's already kind of joked about the Snyder Cut in a nice, positive way when he was at a convention, if you remember, and the whole crowd cheered, right? So Ryan Reynolds is a friend of Zack Snyder. He is a supporter of Zack Snyder. So a lot of people are claiming, including John Aaron Garza, and as many people have already said, John is very rarely wrong. He was right about the additional money needed to complete the Snyder Cut, as well as many other things. And I've conceded that the guy seems to know stuff. David Pienaar, I don't know what he knows and what he doesn't know. Now, here's the thing. They're claiming that Sam Benjamin actually isn't Green Lantern. And so this opens the field for Ryan Reynolds being Green Lantern. Now, whether that cameo was filmed originally for Ryan Reynolds or not, we don't know. Or if it's a new thing, again, we don't know. But as I say, I think Ryan Reynolds' time as Deadpool is over. It's just not going to happen now. And so in comes AT&T, Warner Media, HBO Max, and there's a great opportunity here to bring him over. Now, what do you do with Ryan Reynolds? As I say, I don't know if anything's already been done when Zack was already working on Justice League with Ryan, or nothing was done. But there is an opportunity here. There's a big opportunity to create bigger justice. In terms of what happened with Green Lantern, I like that film, and I've said that before. It has issues with the costume and everything, but I don't think you should burn a film just because of the costumes, right? I think that's ridiculous. That is modern-day fandom, I'm afraid, and there's not much we can do about that. But anyway, justice can be done here, where he's playing an older Hal Jordan. Now, Sam Benjamin. Did I call him Sam Mendes before? God. I get my names, I'm crap with names, but yeah, Samuel Benjamin, British actor Sam Benjamin, great guy, came out, kind of said he was involved, but never said who he was playing. But there has been a lot of fan art as him playing Green Lantern and him kind of thumbs up and stuff like that. So I don't agree with John Aaron Garza and David Pienaar that he's not playing Green Lantern. He could be playing a Green Lantern, right? He doesn't have to be playing Hal Jordan. We assumed he was playing Hal Jordan, but maybe he's not. So there's an opportunity here, if Ryan hasn't had his cameo, to bring Ryan back as this older Hal Jordan. What's Hal Jordan been doing ever since the first Green Lantern film, right? So, you know, you could have Ryan Reynolds, and you could just bring back that team together if you wanted to. So I don't know what's going on there. But so there is that opportunity. But I do believe Sam Benjamin is definitely playing a Lantern. I think the way he's reacted to fans, it's pretty obvious he's playing a Lantern. And I think you're kind of rewriting history if you're saying he's not Green Lantern. Now, is there just one Green Lantern in this film, in Zack Snyder's Justice League? Is there two? We simply do not know. And as I say, we don't know because Grace Randolph's been hinting and saying that she would love Ryan Reynolds to kind of cameo. Has he already cameoed? Or is there an opportunity for him to cameo in this film? There's a lot of potential here, but it's all about Ryan, really. What's going on with Deadpool? Is there an opportunity for a third film? As I say, right now, this is not in Fade's focus. There's not. I think it's nuts because if I just bought Fox, I would just be right now, we've got to get these new characters. These X-Men, especially the Fantastic Four, which is born to be in the MCU and that tone that they've got for it. But if they're not going to use him and he's got an opportunity to return to DC to get some justice for himself, why not? And I think it would be absolutely massive and it would really, really work. So I can't give you any predictions here. Sam Benjamin is definitely a Lantern, right? We don't know which Lantern. But I think him reprising his role in the Snyder Cut, in Zack Snyder's Justice League, as the original Hal Jordan, he played in that movie, but with a better damn costume, right? That is going to bring so much more attention to Zack Snyder's Justice League. Not that it needs any more attention, and more subscribers to HBO Max. So that's something we can't dismiss. It's something I would love. Definitely. And as I say, Ryan Reynolds is a great marketing point. The way he plugs stuff, his personality, his humour, I would love him to be a bigger part of this universe. And also, we don't know what's going on with Jeff Johns' Green Lantern TV series and who's going to play the Lanterns in that TV series, which is basically being filmed like a movie. It's got a movie budget at the end of the day. There's lots of exciting things happening. And with the Green Lantern universe, that's a great and untapped universe. I've said it before. It's like Star Wars in DC. It could be even more climactic and epic than Star Wars. And I just think Ryan Reynolds returning would make... I just don't think there's anyone who would say, I don't want to see this happen. But I certainly am not suggesting that we cut Sam Benjamin out of this process because he's a great actor. Now, whether he's playing Hal Jordan, whether he's playing someone else, these are things we simply don't know. So right now, I wouldn't say that Ryan Reynolds is a reality in returning or cameoing in Zack Snyder's Justice League, but I think it's an option for them. It depends how, as Zack said months ago, how deep do you want to go into this rabbit's hole? This is an opportunity to have an epic, awesome, double-sided DCEU, cinematically and streaming-wise. And it looks like AT&T have got a lot of ambition. They're teasing fans. If you're Disney Plus right now, if you're Disney and you're Iger and you're thinking, Jesus Christ, what's going on here? We're losing out on the hype machine. Imagine COVID-19. Most people are still locked down, right? And AT&T, Warner Media, and HBO Max have been able to create a hype train, and they're interacting with fans. And this thing with Ryan Reynolds is gaining momentum and gaining pace. This would be amazing, right? So we don't really... Look, the Snyder Cut, Zack Snyder's Justice League, right? I don't know what to call it anymore because people get offended, whatever you call it. But anyway, right, you can't help but offend people these days. Basically, if you don't want to offend anyone, go in a cupboard, lock yourself up and don't come out again. You've got to be you and you've got to say what you think. And this is what I think, that I originally thought Sam Benjamin is Hal Jordan. We'll see about that. But if he's not, and he's another Lantern or another character or whatever, who knows, He could, who knows, he could be Jason Todd or Dick Grayson. Who knows, right? I mean, that's tinfoil, right? But at the end of the day, who knows? But I do believe that Ryan Reynolds returning to DC as Hal Jordan is basically automatically printing money, because nobody ever had an issue with Ryan Reynolds as Green Lantern. People had an issue with the film, the quality here and there. I still think the VFX for OR was stunning, and that whole kind of opening sequence to the film in space was just sensational. So there are good elements to that film, and we should never forget that. But yes, I would absolutely say there is issues with Deadpool. I predicted the creative differences because Ryan Reynolds wants Deadpool to be Deadpool. Now, if you've ever seen The Ultimate Spider-Man, is it The Ultimate Spider-Man where you see Deadpool? Although Deadpool's in it and he's talking to Spidey and he's with Spidey, he's funny, he's Deadpool, but obviously he's not violent. And I think this is the type of Deadpool that Feige wants. Now, I don't know Ryan Reynolds, but I know one thing. He's a very passionate Deadpool fan. He knows everything about Deadpool, and he knows that Deadpool's brutality and deadpan humour is a great mixture. And if you can't have both of them, you know, Houston, you've got a massive problem there. So I do feel that this is a situation where that Ryan can be taken and brought onto the DCEU, and I think that this is going to make people so really, really happy. And I want your comments down below. Is this a reality? Could Ryan Reynolds return as Hal Jordan in Zack Snyder's Justice League? Has it already been shot? Is it potentially a good cameo? Who knows? Right now, anything is possible. We don't know everything. The thing is, right now, Zack's working on Army of the Dead trailer, Zack Snyder's Justice League trailer. He's then eventually, when the unlock happens, and I think next month people will be allowed to go back to work, will be, you know, doing this movie, fixing this movie, making it a finished cut, a finished 3.5, 350, 4-hour, whatever cut, right? And so that's going to happen, right? So we don't know if there are going to be many, many reshoots, or there's just one or two here or there. For example, with Swanwick, we really don't know. But I do think if Ryan Reynolds does want to do this, it shouldn't be rejected. It's something that could possibly work. But I suppose Zack Snyder's Justice League is something that's just getting bigger and bigger every day. There's hints about Batfleck getting his movie. Right now, I'm just confident about Zack Snyder's Justice League and David Ayer's Suicide Squad. They're two things that I think, well, we know one of these things is definitely happening. But my final word on Ryan Reynolds returning to DC via Zack Snyder's Justice League as Hal Jordan that he played in the original Green Lantern movie, yes, absolutely yes. Comment down below. Like, share and subscribe, and I'll be back tomorrow with the DCEU Daily. See you again soon.